Hello everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of MugAndPlay, and I'm Nick, and we're playing more Doki Doki Literature Club, so okie dokie, let's play some Doki Doki. Hi again, Bobs and Dugnut. Actually, you know what? Hold on for a second. I just realized in the last episode, I didn't give them funny voices. So, we're gonna fix that today. So everyone's getting new and improved voices. By which I mean the same voices I always give female characters, but here we go.
Hi again, Bobs and Dugnut. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Bobs and Dugnut. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment to you. Making you drive headfirst into the literature when you're not accustomed to it. Listen, I'm literate. I just don't use my literacy that often. Thank you very much. It's like riding a bike. Oh, come on, like it deserves any slack. Say, you already told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Well then.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in her club room.
Oh shit, you just got called out. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Mangaka. Is that what you want to do when you grow up? You want to be a mangaka? You want to draw manga? Manga is literature. Oh, she says, it's like, it's called hentai, and it's art. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Bobs and Dugnut always gives his best as long as he is having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? I don't know why they do this. It's one of those anime tropes. You kids and your tropes! You two really are good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Bobs and Dugnut can become good friends too? You trying to set me up? I don't know. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori. Me? Why you bring me stuff? I don't want to owe you anything. Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. Listen, if it's your underwear, you can keep it. I'm good. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I forgot you're still wearing them. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal out of it if you don't want to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. I get words mixed up sometimes, even if they're not there. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you're interested, if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, and I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. It's like, yeah, this is awesome, gimme! I'm so excited to read this. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing back what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I don't know why this game was pegged as a horror game, but who knows, maybe I'll have spoken too soon. Ugh! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there?
Freaking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot! What's the point of keeping her collection organized if someone else is gonna mess it up?
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga.
You read manga, right?
Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it unless you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know, anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
Is it? Oh, what do you know? What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack.
There it is!
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Ah, much better! Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world!
I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means that it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you could do it through the glass on the door!
Oh. Natsuki ain't fucking around. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. Listen, if you want to, get down with some hentai on the DL, that's ain't even none of my business. Find me one person who says they've never done that, and I'll show you a fucking liar.
It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Bobson Dugnut. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact...
Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm gonna show you exactly why.
She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't
just stand there.
Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that.
Oh, why's that, huh? Huh? You can't tell me how to read. I guess it's easier to be close together like this.
Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it.
Natsuki crosses his arm and scooches away from me an inch. Sorry, jeez. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. But I notice! Noticing intensifies! I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning?
You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can't talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot?
Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about the simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop, but that just helps you get to know the characters, and besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama, like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There's so many touching parts. It's great!
Is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you, Natsuki.
Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Natsuki gives me a little shove. Just,
You don't know manga! You don't know shit!
I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power.
Good save! You acknowledging that this isn't even my final form. Good on ya!
This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga?
Well, it's called Parfait Girls, you idiot!
Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she didn't want to admit something.
Yeah? What does that matter?
It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right?
That's just a coincidence. It's unrelated. I was baking before they said it was cool. I just happened to get.
Oh yeah.
I just happened to get into baking around the same time as I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. Jeez. I feel bad for anybody that impressionable.
So you're saying you've never wanted to be a magical girl? Again, you show me somebody guy, girl, somewhere in between that says that they don't want to become a magical girl or a magical boy or a magical whatever, and you find someone that says they don't want to do that, again, I'll show you a liar. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains why Natsuki's interested in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Yeah, exactly. Cooking is a life skill. Learn to cook. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? There's the adorable anime style pose. It's like, we read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not!
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean?
Huh?
You don't?
That's not... I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not just rub it in? The fact that my friends don't know how to read? That's why I joined this club. Jeez.
Sorry.
Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up with them without being all like, you still never good at it. Makes me want to punch them in the face.
What's stopping you? I know those kinds of people. Uncultured swines is what I call them. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time, but it's probably harder for someone like you. Damn, Bobs and Dugnut just straight up called you a loser!
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait,
which part? I mean,
I can't... I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room.
Look, I don't know what Parfait Girls is about, but if you're afraid to show your dad, then maybe it's better you... Hey, to each their own. I'm not gonna judge.
Said Monica was kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
Sure, so?
Jeez.
Jeez, that's enough! Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing.
I totally forgot that happens.
Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels.
Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But I guess especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. No spoilers.
Jeez. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone, but if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that, which that's understandable. When you find someone that's into the same thing you're into, it's like the Step Brothers thing where you're just like, did we just become best friends? And like, yep. And then you bond over that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself.
Okay, everyone.
Eh?
Are you all ready with today's poems?
Shit, that's right. I forgot about the poems.
Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Haha.
Just Natsuki noises. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me, just... Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki.
You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens?
Yeah, but...
Monica just said...
Sorry, Monica just said...
Don't be dumb! Just take it home with you!
Eh? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I didn't plan on using my spare time to read this.
Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you.
By tomorrow? Oh, come on, Bobs and Dugnut. It takes like half an hour to read a manga. You can't devote 30 minutes to your new best friend? I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Either way, there's incentive either way, Bobs and Dugnut. Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book in my bag.
By the way, did you remember our poem last night?
Yes. I picked a whole bunch of words. My relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Alright. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, we spend a lot of time with Natsuki. Sayori we hang out with all the time. Yuri, let's go with Monica since she's the club president, and I've heard that she should have special treatment. I haven't heard any spoilers. I've been told yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. So there.
Hi, Bobs and Dugnut. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Cool. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Bobs and Dugnut. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Solidarity through shared suffering! Hooray!
Yes, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
I like it, Bobs and Dugnut.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Oh, jeez.
No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment.
Thanks. If you say so.
Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein?
Yeah, like Where the Sidewalk Ends and Up in the Attic is good. Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad.
And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody.
I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that?
Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everybody else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write that way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Baka! Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I just okay. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas! Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in.
So, what'd you think?
It sounds like, it's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay.
Yeah, that kind of...
Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays.
That's it. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines.
Yeah, that's what poetry is.
When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it, but there's a dead body in my wall, and I spackled over it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, but it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy up later. You know the rule. Write drunk, edit sober. Another way to think about this, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So you just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Huh. Who should I show my poem to next? Well, you know what? I think we're going to show our poem to somebody next time on Mug and Play. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, be sure to poke that like button right in the eye. Leave a comment below telling me what sort of dangers you think are on the horizon. This is an awful lot of setup. I've heard that this game gets pretty spooky later. So here's to hoping. So leave a comment below. Tell me who you think the next poem to read is. I mean, I'm gonna record another episode right now, so you have a 1 in 3 chance of getting it right. And if you want to write a poem or something, then leave it below. Then you do that. It can be a haiku, limerick. I don't judge. Get some literature in your life. And if you want to see more videos like this one, you be sure to hit that subscribe button. You can share this video with a friend, why don't you? It would really help me out, and I really appreciate it. And I love you, and I tell you look beautiful, but I would do that anyway. I love you, look beautiful, okay? I love you, bye-bye.